Hi everybody, I hope you're safe and well. Welcome to a special live with Chaudhry as I bumped into David Keane here at Pharmalab Congress in Düsseldorf. But we're not going to talk about Pharmalab, we're actually going to talk about Pharmig because David is actually the chairman for Pharmig and they have their anniversary event coming up next week. So we thought what a great time to catch up then and find out a bit more about Pharmig and about the upcoming event. So David, first of all, it's lovely to see you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's nice to see you as well. Always good to bump into people you know.
It certainly is. Now, for people not familiar with Pharmig, first of all, can you give me a quick overview of the organisation?
Yeah, sure. So Pharmig is a not-for-profit organisation set up 30 odd years ago in the UK, and it's for microbiologists. So it's specialised in the beginning in pharmaceutical microbiology, and it is the hub for microbiologists to get together, knock heads, discuss problems, old scars, and hopefully come up with solutions for the same old problems that everyone suffers from. So we started out originally as just pharmaceuticals, but now we look at related industries, so cosmetics, FMCG, hospital trusts as well. So we get bigger and bigger. We've moved out of the UK. We're now in Europe. We're now in India. So our slow tentacles of spread are moving across the globe.
Right, okay. And as an organisation, obviously, we're going to talk about the event in a second, but what do you actually offer members?
Most of the time, it is a space to focus on microbiology. So often you find that microbiology is a little offshoot of other functions and conferences. So this is hardcore microbiology. So we do lots of talks. We have one-day conferences. We have two-day conferences. We do tours around the world. And that's where we will get industrial experts, regulators in a room with our delegates and our suppliers, who often are very specialised. And we'll just talk shop. The other things that we offer is a wide range of publications, and a lot of those are endorsed by the regulators themselves. So again, if you need a bit more data, something at your fingertips, then we offer that service as well. And the final thing we've looked at recently is digital offerings, so training that you can perform online. So cleaning and disinfection is a good example of that.
Brilliant. Now, as I said, you have your 30th anniversary event coming up next week, which I'm delighted to be attending for the first time as well. So, again, as a quick preview for the event, for people not familiar with attending a Pharmig event, or particularly your annual conference, what can people expect to see if they attend?
So on the business side, on the work side, then we split the conference pretty evenly between steriles and non-steriles. Steriles, this year we'll be looking at inevitably the impact of Annex 1, but we'll be covering topics such as identification strategies, rapid micromethods. There's a number of things that we try and cover with every conference, so we will do the basics in steriles for those new to industry, and then there'll be some more hardcore stuff for those who've been here a little bit longer. And then on the non-sterile side, again, ID runs through everything that we do in microbiology, and this year we'll be looking at one of the hot topics from regulators, which is Burkholderia cepacia, and what are we going to do with it.
Brilliant. And you said that's the business side, so what's the other side?
So Pharmig offers from what I hear, is a relatively unique position in that we try and get people to socialise. Often it's quite difficult for people to talk about what they do in their day-to-day lives because often there's a veil of secrecy in our industry. But with microbiology, all the problems are the same. So quite often we use alcohol as a social lubricant to get people to just relax and talk a bit more. So there's lots of events going on. The suppliers wholeheartedly join in at Pharmig. We've got stands which turn into bars. We've got various competitions and prizes going on. So once you get that social hub going, then people relax, people join in. The other thing that we then link that with is we have open sessions where you can just come in to a room with a load of seasoned veterans and you can ask them questions about this particular problem or that problem. We'll get suppliers to help. So we've got disinfection this year, we've got environmental monitoring, we've got identification, and then open surgeries. You come in, bring out your dead, we'll help. That's what we're for.
Hopefully not literally, though. Now, the other thing I was going to say or ask you about is you've got a gala dinner as well, have you not?
We do, yeah. So gala dinner is what we do every year, but this year it's special. It's the 30th, so there will be a number of surprises, good surprises that we'll be bringing. So For your first time, you'll need to bring your tuxedo. It's black tie.
Oh, is it? I'm glad you told me that because I didn't know. So.
Or you know, or your glamorous robe. It's entirely up to you what you want to bring.
Trainers and that have been then, right? Okay, I remember that.
Only for the evening. Orange trainers are fine after that.
Fine, brilliant. Well, look, that's fantastic. Now, thank you for giving that overview. It's been great to see you. I look forward to seeing you next week. So there you go, viewers. If you haven't registered yet, I know they've still got some in-person places left.
But not many.
But I know, and I was going to say, they've got a few left, but not many. But they've also got, if you cannot make it physically, they've got digital attendance available as well. Actually, Dave, can you talk a bit more about the digital attendance as well if people can't make it in person?
Yeah, so it's what you would expect if you went and lived through COVID. So you'll get the video relays into the conference itself. There is interactive sessions which we just simply can't do in terms of polls and all the rest, which only people will do in person. But if you can't make it, then you get to see everything. It's just not as close. You don't get to touch me.
Although, obviously, if you're watching the gala dinner virtually, I don't know if you can do that, but then obviously you can bring your own bowl in your own room. So, David, I look forward to seeing you next week. In your tux, I will make sure I pull mine out the mothballs and get it dry cleaned beforehand. But there you go, viewers. If you would like to attend, which you've not registered yet, the details are actually above this video. So you can register both for in-person, but as David says, not many tickets left, so it's first come, first serve on those. Or you can register digitally if you can't get there in person. And if you've got any questions for David about Pharmig, but also microbiology in general, because obviously, David, that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
It is.
Then feel free to leave any comments below the video, and I'm sure David will be only too happy to answer them. So once again, David, it's lovely to see you, my friend. I hope you have a safe journey back home, and I look forward to seeing you next week as well.
Thank you very much.
And viewers, thank you for watching. As I said, any questions, leave them for David below, but check out the links above the video as well. And hopefully I may see you next week in Nottingham as well. And until then, stay well and stay safe. Bye-bye.